nayo leseyibeketi impilo debantu kushisa kakhulu makhubane
kushisa mbamba
yeah ukhulumele Joe Biden president was America ukuthi kune plan noma strategy lesabet about 2.3 billion US dollars lapho kutawakhiwa khona SACU mhlawumbe lesakhona kumelana naletimo leti kanye ne natural disasters
uthumele iparliament yale live ukuthi ishaya lo mthetho we climate change usinangabe baya delay utasebenzisa the executive powers akhe as president to declare climate change as an emergency bese ke soya implement le plan basola ke lo munye senator lokho lapha eMelika kuseleni nguye lo lwana le plan ngoba kwangazuthi in some of lama companies la shisa emalahle lafaka sandla lesikhulu lenkinga lebabhekene nayo ngase khwala kutholako kule tinkampani lethu ngiko kuya uyalwa nale climate change policy
no abayisebenza amasena ngoba baningi bamhla bashiya kwemhlabeni mina ngibukele lo mhla ehlelweni sida bese ikhulumisana nalabasuka ka DStv sitakumloke ukuthi kunama programs lamasha lasematheni kulamalanga ka DStv lafaya ekhathi wona ama SA Idols lafaya ekhathi ne NFS season kanye na Big Brother sitabe sikhulumisana naye marketing officer losuka khona ka DStv kuva kabantu njengawo lama packages ukuthi uma ngabe ukule package thide uyakhona ukubukela ihlelo thide sitabe sicokisana naye lo mhla ekseni after tinzaba densimbe sithupha
sitabe silenzeke nenduna Temafa Bonkosina executive secretary wenhlangano ya SACU Miss Paulina Mbala elakho yakhumbula uSlive Eswatini kusela lapha kumhla ka 15 July nje kulomnyaka lona ngiloke leselingosihlalo wenhlangano ya SACU sayothola yalo kuseleni ngabe inhlelo tini lekubheka ukuthi sakhathi implement under the chairmanship of His Majesty King Mswati III and the chairperson of Council of Ministers kulo live laseSwatini zabake lesitawungena kuyo bunkosi babe kunalo mhlangano the 7th SACU summit bokhona lapha eveni lase Botswana sawubheka ukuthi eminyakeni lotako umhlangano wesiphohlongo wakhe SACU banjele kulo live laseSwatini
njalo mbukeleni of course taphinza sikhulumisane naye sihlalo wenhlangano ephilana eMaswati njengoba kumlo sikusasa kunemsebenzi omkhulu wekusa biggest prize sitabe sixoxisana naye kuva kabantu njengamalungiselelo njengoba umsebenzi uyaqala kusasa ngaloko sitabe hlola imarket thena sibuya sithatha tinzaba date futhi ekuqala
TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3# and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Intuthuko lekhonsile, intuthuko lesuka phansi emimangweni. Usosive lesinesidingeko sayo. Ingene emiphakathini uboba betikhulu, ikhulunyiswe, ibusiswe enkundleni nasesifundzeni. Ite iyofika kuhulumende lowabatimali tekusukumisa leyo misebenzi yentuthuko nenhlalakahle. Bukela luhlelo sive siyathuthuka. Kubona imisebenzi lesukunyiswe ngaphansi kweluphiko lwahulumende lekwakha takhiwo letisekelwe ngetimali tahulumende, i-micro projects kanye na Regional Development Fund. Lolu hlelo lutawungena njalo ngalesine nga-8:30 PM kusihlwa nangalesihlanu ekuseni nga-9:30 AM. Sive siyathuthuka. Intuthuko yetinkundla, intuthuko yemaswati.
I do the most.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Asibenze sinemukele ubulahlelo Kusile breakfast show sidabuka tindzaba tefude kucala. Liphini landvunankulu Themba Masuku lithi la kuleli lisokumele itulu indzaba yemakhaya laholwa bantfwana ngako lifushela kutsi umhlaba wonke uhloniphe lusuku lwabo World Orphan Day. Masuku kusho lokhu ngesikhathi yahlangene nalababuke inhlalakahle kanye nemalungelo ebantfwana eveni laseLesotho.
Njengaloku inhlangano yaka-World Vision yaseveni laseLesotho kanye nelitiko lelibuka indzaba tebantfwana kulela live bakuleli kutofunza kabanti ngetindlela tekushushisa melula tindzaba tebantfwana etinkantolo lelibandla livakashele liphini landvunankulu Themba Masuku lapho khona libe nemibuto leminyenti ngenhloso yokutfola lwati tindzabeni letinyenti letisetshenziswa kulelo hhovisi. Liphini landvunankulu Themba Masuku latise lelibandla laseLesotho kutsi kuleli libona kungatsi umhlaba wonke jikelele awinaka kahle indzaba emakhaya laholwa abantwana.
I've realized that we have International Women's Day, Disability Day, HIV Day. All the days are there, except the commemoration of officially of the Orphaned and Vulnerable Day. So an Orphan Day. So what we have been pushing for is to have that day, because we are ignoring that sector that we need to be focusing on. So yesterday, His Majesty's government gave me the mandate to lobby for that, to lobby for that. So because this country is is focusing on the development of children because they are the future. So we get leadership and amazing support from the head of state.
Libandla lelive laseLesotho lithi kunyenti kakhulu elikufundzile kuleli ikakhulu etindzabeni tekuvikela abantfwana nekwenta ukuthi tinkantolo titisebente melula tindzaba tebantfwana.
I understood the rationale to get the buy-in of politicians, because then you have the same language which we don't understand, and also you will be bringing our issues to them for them to understand better, which is something that we need in Lesotho. We are very independent from them. We never get that platform to speak our issues. They don't even understand them. So I think if we can copy this and get there and show them what they need to be doing.
One thing that I have just picked up from Your Excellency today is your passion about child-headed households and the interventions that you have made through the projects that you have introduced. And I've also learned about the 42 homes that the care facilities for children that are around the country.
Lelibandla lelivela eLesotho livakashele etinkantolo takuleli kanye netinhlangothi letisebenta inhlalakahle kanye nemalungelo ebantfwana. Etindzabeni kubika Fortune Dlangamandla nginavuma inkosi Nzinisa Sisembabane.
Imvuna emsebeni lemikhulu nekutfutsa Chief Ndlalihlaza Ndwandwe eseyinikela ibandla lelisha laka ASAP lekuyi Registration Council for Architects, Engineers, Surveyors and Allied Professionals insaya yekuthi nebesifazane labakulolu hlangothi bangalahleki babe yingcenye yalolu hlangothi kude amakhono abo asebenziswe. Imvuna beyikhuluma ehotelala sasibane ngalesithathu unayitfula libandla lelisha laka ASAP leliholwa ngusihlalo walo Ramford Zwane.
Leli bandla litawubuka tindzaba tekubhaliseka nekuthuthukisa kwalabo labaselihlangothini lwekwakha lobunjiniyela lwekudweba elihlangothini lwekwakha kusaveya nalokunye. Bakhona-ke lapha kulolu hlangothi kodwa-ke kusamele basebente ngekubambisana nalabanye babhalise ukude batiwe namakhono labanawo avele. Leli bandla-ke lingaphansi kwelitiko letemsebenti lemkhulu nekuthutsa. Indvuna yalelitiko Chief Ndlalihlaza Ndwandwe ibeka leli bandla lelisha ilinike insayeye ukuthi nebesifazane labo kulolu hlangothi kabatiwe babuye basebente kuthuthuke lolu hlangothi.
I-council ayisukume ibuke tindlela tekusebenzisana na-ESHEC losukunyiswe ngumthetho welive ngaphasi kwelitiko letemfundo. Ngicabanga ukuthi labanye council na registrars singavumelana ukuthi ekuhambeni kwetikhathi tayitolo kusebenta kwetfu naleli bandla leli akukabi ngilokusezingeni lesifisa ukuthi kube kulo. Siyacela ke ukuthi nisangena kulomsebenzi onke emabandla lacishe athinzana nalomsebenzi asibukisane nawo silandzele umthetho sikhulise emakhono eveni. Kuna Ramford Zwane lotaba ngusihlalo waleli bandla. Kube na Thulani Mkhaliphi lotaba lilunga laleli bandla. Kube na Maxwell Sithole lolunga laleli bandla. Kube na Sidumo Dlamini lolunga laleli bandla. Kube na Ray Dlamini lolilunga naye. Kube na Mfanaleni lolunga naye. Kube na Kholiwe Shongwe lolilunga. Kube na Wandile Sibanze lolilunga. Kube na Bongani Magagula lolilunga. Kube na Sandile Bembe lolilunga. Bese kuba na Gcinithemba Masimula naye ulunga lale council lesikhuluma ngayo.
Mapalane waka ASAP lwazi mthimkhulu ubonge likomiti leliphumako lelisebenza ngokutimisela noma ke bekude imali letholakala kuhulumende wacela ke nebesifazane nanaye ukuthi babuye babhalise batiwe kusebentwe.
Setting up or introducing a new regulator in the field is never easy, and over the years ASAP has been faced with many challenges. We are still struggling with funding. The Construction Industry Council has over the years guaranteed only the payroll of 2 employees, namely the registrar and admin assistant. Due to the limited resources at our disposal, we are still understaffed with a staff complement of just 3, and that has made it difficult to implement the ASAP mandate fully. We have been forced to shelve our inaugural strategic plan due to the limited resources. Another challenge has been regulating a previously unregulated industry and failure in some quarters to appreciate the existence of ASAP and its mandate.
Mapalane waleli bandla Ramford Zwane lebekamelelwe nguSidumo Dlamini ubonge emalunga ukuthi athathe lo msebenzi wawanxusa ukuthi asebenze ngokutimisela kufeza imigomo lebatawunikwa yona. Leli bandla ke selesithathu kusukela iASAP yasungulwa kanti ke batawuba ehhovisi sikhasi lesingenge eminyakeni lemithathu. Etizabeni ngingiyana emsebenzini sehotela lesesipane eZulwini.
Kwetemidlalo, indvuna yetemidlalo kuleli Harris Bulunga ithi kulandzela yonke imigomo leyacelwa inhlangano lebuke kusetshenziswa kwetidzakamiva emhlabeni phecelezi i-World Anti-Doping Agency kutawudlala indzima lenkhulu ekutfutfukiseni itemidlalo kanye netingijimi talapha ekhaya Eswatini. Indvuna beyikhulumana ivula ngalokusemtsetfweni umhlangano sikolo lowutsinta tindzaba tekusetshenziswa kwetidzakamiva phecelezi Anti-Doping Regulations Validation nemalunga asephalamende elikomiti lelibuke litiko letemidlalo.
Litiko letemidlalo ngikubambisana nenhlangano lengamela inhlangano tetemidlalo lapha eveni kanye nenhlangano yemidlalo ema-Olympics ibamba umhlangano sikolo nelikomiti lelibuka kusebenta kwelitiko letemidlalo endlini yabayesikhulu kukhulumisa imithetho lehambisana neticelo tenhlangano leyibuke kusebenta kwetidzakamiva emhlabeni i-World Anti-Doping Agency. Kulomhlangano sikolo indvuna yetemidlalo Harris Bulunga ichazile ukuthi kulandzela yonke imithetho lehambisana nekungasebentisi kwetidzakamiva kutawusita tingijimi takuleli ukuthi tikhone kunyusa lizinga lato emidlalweni lapha eveni.
These regulations, once fully adopted as a piece of legislation, will close the necessary legislative gaps that have been existing and have been creating possibilities of an unfair sporting environment in the kingdom. These first of its kind regulations are a dawn of a new era in that they will help bring us closer to the ultimate goal of creating a doping-free sporting environment in Eswatini. It is our role as His Majesty's government to create the adequate legislative environment to ensure that our athletes do not fall into the pitfalls of doping, which may lead to premature end of their careers or losing valuable income and time while curtailing the overall development of our sport.
Ngeminyaka ka-2019 ingijimi yakuleli thandazazwane yamiswa iminyaka lemine kutemidlalo kulandzela ukuthi atholakale ukuthi wasebenzisa intfo lengekho emthethweni. Lobikela umsakathi Eswatini TV kutemidlalo ngilinda Dlamini Kanzumbiki uhlanganiswa nguFabrice Msonera eMbabane.
Siyaphetha indzaba tethu ngaleto temidlalo siphohlela imakethe sidaba esikhulumisane nebaka DStv kwanye lisenshini esimo selitulu.
My name is Kusile, aka Dr. Shakes, aka Handsome. Yes, the boy is handsome.
Hello everyone, my name is Melu Simzebele.
What's up guys, my name is Mandisa Mamba.
Linda Lamafa is my name.
Imagine your favorite personality or celebrity. Now imagine if they had to do a job that you never saw them doing.
Umsebenzi engicabanga ukuthi ngingaba nebulukhuni bekuwenda ngumsebenzi nangilobita lokuthi nginganyakadi la ngikhona khona ngingasuki la ngikhona khona.
A job I could never do is be a mechanic.
A job that I could never do is
maybe being a pilot. I can't be a pilot.
Yeah, no. I think I
would like him to get a job as a boy.
This is the show that takes your favorite celebrity and personality and gives them the challenge of doing a job that some people do every day. Can they do it? Will they crumble under the pressure? Find out in the brand new season of Asambege.
Ichop, Asambege.
Welcome back. You're also watching Kusile Breakfast Show. Sikuvusele nawe lo sanza kuzivulela lesikhathi ke sita ukukhuluma kabanti ngama programs lamasha lasavela aqalile kudlala ku DStv. Sitokhuluma kabanti ngema DStv packages DStv Eswatini rather sitokhulumisana naye marketing officer lo soka khona ka DStv Kethiwe Mhlongo. Sitokhuluma ukuthi kunema idols la saqalile kudlala kunabo Big Brother kanye nebhola. Anyway siteke kabanti naye. Good morning and welcome. So bonema idols avela saqalile last Sunday. So ngibaphi nje labanga khona kubukela ama idols under the lama packages la now.
Ngiphingelele Lulu nabo bonke ababukele emakhaya. Yes, ama idols aqalile. Aqala channel 161 Mzansi Magic. I channel ethandwa kakhulu ke lena emakhaya. Icala kule package ethu lokwi family 309 kuya eTulu. Nabo kule entry level ebouquet access kudinginga ungakhona upgrade dokhona enjoy. Siyathi ke ukuthi ama idols ahamba kwaba nebugudlugudlu kwaba nekhala bathi hayi man siyamfuna lo shem multi choice kulalele sibonile ke last week Sunday ukuthi there's a new broom in the house somji ubuyile akabuyi ke yedwana. There's two new faces kuna Thembisete Smateka Bomshaka na JR who's a producer so kuhle we don't know what to expect bese sijwayele ukuthi Randall unjani nathi uhleka zakhale but lokunyelo kuhle lokhona futhi nyalo lokuthi kune sponsor lesisha siyathi before ukuthi beba mechaswa iTelkom nyalo kuna Standard Bank Standard Bank uyasho ukuthi it can be even for you at home. So take the chance, go for the auditions. You never know, you could be the next idol. Incumbi imali khona le batayiwina kulama idols. Sicubulo salomnyaka sithi singing a new tune. Siyathi ukuthi for the longest time ikwaito amapiano they are ruling the industry. But I think we are all yearning for a new sound. So maybe this could be the opportunity for us ukuthi so let's where is the music industry taking us to. So those are the idols. Bangawabukela every Sunday, but kune channel lekhona ledlala 24 hours, channel 197, because ngezi khona ukukhomsa konke ngalo Sunday. Ungakhona ukubukelela ukuthi between beba audition abentanjani channel 197 khona ubukela khona ungawalandzelela ama idols.
All right, and also there's Big Brother naye. Let's start off cala Big Brother Niger. Said ukuthi sisuka ku Big Brother South Africa, nyalo Big Brother Niger. So there's so many shows Tell us more about that.
Big Brother Niger is probably the biggest reality show in Africa. We can't say, we have to showcase what Africa is all about. That program, ito launcher, Mhlaga 23, which is this coming Saturday, na Sunday. Ito dlala 3 ma channel. Africa Magic Showcase, Epic na Urban. So ungakhona kubukela onke la ma channels are available from Access kuya eDulu. Nakhona lapho ke kutaba khona i-pop-up channel, like channel 198, utokhona kwabukela khona lama no Big Brother utobona sikwendakalani because sakhona konkhomsa ama snippets nakhona. Siyathi the last season ukuthi White Money wahamba nayo asathi ke this season utakwendakalani. But this is the biggest cash prize lekhona because nasikhuluma ukuthi mhlambeni kuna 100 million naira. It looks like a lot of money now. But it's 4 million. It's still a lot of money. So it's one of the biggest shows in Africa whereby kuna cash prize lengaga. So ngithi nje balalele emakhaya babukeli. Stay tuned. Idols no Big Brother uyaqala Saturday na Sunday bangakhona kwalandzelela ba enjoy. Sixwayiso nje again kubadala. Kuthi Big Brother uhlelo losashubashubile. So kukhona lokuthi kuna PG-18. So nabo nabodwana ekhaya zama lokuyibloka le channel ukuthi bangakhona ukubuka le content because siyabantu ukuthi bathanza kubuka ema channel angasekwa appropriate. Ungakhona kuyivala ke nangomdala ekhaya because khona ama shows khanza ukuthi mhlawumbe sekunethi cuts etithite kwento atimfo etithite bamphana kumele batibukele so sicela nje abadala ukuthi babloke lawo ma channel lawo.
Okay. So sisingena nje kutemidlalo, I know that kune season lenta nje ibhola yaseNgilandi. What can we expect in the game?
I think first and foremost we just need to congratulate our boys in Swaziland Slangs and Negati. They did exceptionally well. For the first time I think thaqina kathini kujabula lolu kube lichaza lehle siyambonga nasikhali naye ukuthi siyafisa ukuthi indlela yakhe livuleke but again it's time to dust those decoders ngiyabantu abantu abathanza ibhola ukuthi bese bayibekele eceleni nje iyaqala yasuka yahlala but before sifike kule season lenje mhla ka-30 July ikhona iderby letaba ikhona udaba kudlala eManchester City neLiverpool siyathi ke ukuthi iManchester City ngiyona le ma defending champions EPL so there's a lot to look out for siyathi sibeke uyisizini ukuthi thonga abadlali 21 siyathi ukuthi kunabonuneza abantu ababa unveila you know there's a lot of new players that are in within the teams asathi ke ukuthi dasna isiqala indweba because everybody has 90 minutes. We're all starting on 0 in the season. And then moving forward, Mhlaka 5, iyaqala football season. DSTV is the one place that you know ukuthi utawathola onke ama games akho. Whether EPL, Champions League, La Liga, DSTV Premiership, sikhona sisinayo. Ama packages ethu ke aqala from 135 kuya ethu ku premium ku 839. Lamanye ama leagues akasekwa available lama bouquets ale phansi but kude inkinga nakhona because nje lama games siyawahlunga ukuthi mhlambeni nawo le bouquet lencane uthola ama games akala Liga aka Serie A but ezikunyuka ukuthi maybe nasufika compact esicela komsabo EPL but nasufuna bo Champions League semele upgrade ke uyetulu mhlambeni uye bu compact plus awunofuna etinye temidlalo kubo tennis bo cricket bo rugby utathola leka premium but iyaqala isizini sicela nje ukuthi ama customer angasabi ma decoders manje nga DStv ngeke niwaqethe ngemali nje lebule ubutha phansi decoder nga 439 uyakhona ukuthathela idecoder yakho usubscribe noma nangabe mhlambeni bova ngathi bengidowngrade because bekude ibhola this is your chance call us upgrade uye kule bouquet oyifunako lolu.
All right, so where do they call you guys? In social media, how do they contact you?
We are available. We have 3 offices. Lambabane satholakala opposite ka Webster. Bangasithinta ku 2404-8062. Bese eGebu siyatholakala opposite Market Bin. Sitholakala ku 2417-1149. Kamanzini nakhona opposite Manzini Lifestyle Center. Bangashayela ku 2505-9706. Sitholakala khona. Makhasini ke yabongcombo ka Facebook sikhona DSTV Swaziland, ka Twitter sikhona DSTV Eswatini, na ka Instagram sikhona _DSTV Eswatini. Lapho khona ukuxoxela ukuthi yini lo ngakhona ukubukela cause ngeke sixoxe konke lolu kunenga DSTV hlala TV namabhoda khona but now ufuna kwathi silandzelele lawo ma page lawo.
Yeah, all right. Now, thank you so much Kethiwe Simakhulu. Sithanda nje ukuthi babukeli bebalalela ukuthi kwentekane ke DSTV kulamalanga kunama idols kuta Big Brother ibhola isizini excuse me isizini yebhola iyaqala kanti ke ngabe ufuna ukuvaka abantu you can also contact them ungene ka Facebook uxhumane nabo. Sibathola imakethe nasibuya sidabe sikhulumisana na executive secretary dosuka ka SACU kanye ne Minister of Finance Mr. Neil Rickenberg.
everyone, and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. Been alive in the middle of nowhere. Shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, you don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just own this.
Ayo, Eswatini, it is your boy P Easy, aka Sayabonga by the government, though, but you already know that. Catch me every Saturday with the team doing our thing. I'm going to be doing interviews, getting every local act that I can get, finding out what's going on with them, as well as playing a few games, you feel me? Hosting their performances. So like I said, tune in every Saturday at 6 p.m. Studio 1 on Eswatini TV.
Are they yours?
Ungabukela ke washa umkhukhu every Sunday at 3 p.m.
I do the most.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Bukela luhlelo Tandla nenkondlo lapho kuba khona bosonkondlo kanye nalabenda umsebenzi wetandla lo wehlukahlukene. Kuningi lotokufundza kulolu hlelo njengobe utawubona ukuthi tiningi tindlela tekwakha imali nekutiphilisa. Hlanganyela nami Fortunate Mabuza njalo ngelisonto nga 5:30 ntambama eluhlelweni Tandla nenkondlo.
Bokothi siyaqhubana lokho ehlelo namhla ekseni ngalwesine nasenza kula umsakazo wakho bukela umsakazo tithombe Eswatini TV sehlelweni Kusile breakfast show ngolwesine wes29 lilanga les202 selwe ngemalanga la 163 bongozo uphelekelo setudu umnyaka kuse on the 30th of June 2022 lapha eHaberun eBotswana livele eBotswana ke labamba iSummit yesikhombisa yenhlangano yaka SACU. His Majesty King Mswati III was represented by the Deputy Prime Minister Senator Themba Masuku. The Minister for Finance Neil Reckenberg was there. Ngiyathabula ibongosi kusignaya namhla minister njoba kusemhla ka15 kule nyanga lesetulu laseSwatini la assume chairmanship yakhe SACU siyawubeka ke matomu eminyakeni lotako on the 14th. It's a great pleasure to welcome the minister today. Minister, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good morning. How are you?
Minister, we are assuming SACU, we've assumed actually SACU chairmanship. How important is it for the kingdom?
Look, as we all know, SACU, our membership to SACU is critical to us as a country.
Yeah.
We've become a bit too dependent on the SACU revenues, but it is more about the SACU customs, which does really help us. So which means the trade between us countries is a lot easier, and movement of people and goods is a lot simpler across the borders. And that is a big benefit for us as a country, as well as the revenues that flow from it.
Kazibongosi khamba ngasikhathi nje nasi Kusile na Executive Secretary wakhe SACU Miss Paulina
embargo ligama yakhe elinye nje lebo ngosaying now thola kahle onke ke job ngifuna kumbita kahle she's the waqala kuba ngu executive secretary ngemanga 2014 April 2014 nangapho sikathi sibe naye ke namhla ekseni. Minister, every time when you deliver the budget speech since 2019, it always seems like without SACU we are doomed, for lack of a better word. Is SACU that important to this country?
SACU has become a very large part of our budget and of our spend. And as a country, we are trying to become less dependent on SACU. But at the same time, less dependent on SACU doesn't mean we need less SACU revenues. So what we've been trying to do as a country, as an economy, is trying to balance the SACU revenue with our capital spend, which means that if we do have a problem where SACU possibly stops or the money reduces, it means capital spend reduces. It is not like we're not paying salaries or we're not keeping the lights on. So for that's what we've been trying to do, to safeguard ourselves, to make ourselves more be able to handle any possible shock from SACU, but at the same time, spot on, SACU is definitely a large factor in our lives and is a large part of our revenue as a country.
At some point, the issue of the tariffs was a contentious one. I remember in 2002, it was a very contentious issue. Has there been any new developments in that regard?
So maybe just to unpack the tariffs discussion slightly, so what we are trying to chase, and that is that for us to form part of the Africa Free Trade Zone, which we're trying to create as a continent, to try and make goods flow easy, it'll really develop the private sector and help a lot on the continent, not only as Eswatini. What we need is to have more than 90% of our goods that we trade not have tariffs. So which means that we've been fighting with that. As SACU, we've been looking at all the tariffs and what we have, and we've been trying to have 90%. We're battling, I think there's 28, tariffs, which we're battling to still drop the last ones. But we must keep in mind, all of those that we drop, it means there's no longer a customs or excise duty on that tariff, which means there's less SACU. So it's a balance here, so we need to try to get to the 90% without losing too much revenue as a customs union in that process, so that we can form part of the free trade area. And in time, there'll be pressure to reduce it even more. So we need to understand we are walking down a road, which is a very good road to walk, but there is a price to pay.
Okay. Speaking about the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, Minister, what is it as a kingdom that we are doing to position ourselves so that we benefit from even some of the trade agreements that SACU has with third parties?
So again, as a country, we have where we've done very well is cross-border trade. In Africa, we are number one on the continent when it comes to the movement of goods across a border, which means it's seamless. Which means you can register online, you can put your documents online. Your truck gets to the border, the truck just flows to the border, unless there's maybe a stoppage on the truck, and they then want to check if you've registered and done all the right things. And that is really up there with the best. And we are trying to make sure that the moment things do open up, that as Eswatini, it is really goods can flow in and out very easily to ultimately make it best for traders, so that those that are producing goods and those that are trading, that life is easy for them, and that Eswatini is a good place to be and a good place to possibly head office or be located if you are a big trader or a producer of goods.
Minister, I understand the Executive Secretary has arrived. Executive Secretary wakhe SACU.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
Siyaqhubeka ke bongosi nalo hlelo namhla ekuseni sokhona ke executive secretary wakhe SACU Miss Paulina Mbalailako. She belongs to all the SACU member states, but she's from Namibia. That's her country of birth. Executive Secretary, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Welcome to the kingdom. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Always happy to be in the kingdom.
I understand you assumed your duties as SACU Executive Secretary in April 2014.
2014, yes.
Yes. October, your term is coming to an end.
Yes.
How has been the journey for you?
It's been an exciting journey. One, I'm very passionate about regional integration.
Yeah.
And to have been afforded the opportunity to be in that position at the helm of one of the oldest customs union was such an honor for me. It's been a very exciting yet also challenging journey in that when I started off, the organization was somewhat at a crossroad, one would say. There were challenges in terms of just agreeing on a common agenda and the approach towards delivering that agenda. So my immediate task was to try and find convergence around that. And so I leave the organization having achieved that. And for me, that's a major achievement because now there's a clear agenda in terms of where we are going and the focus of the organization, which is really industrialization. I believe the minister highlighted that. And so I'm quite pleased and happy to be living on that high note.
Summit in Gaborone adopted the SACU strategic agenda 2022 to 2027.
Yes.
How important is this strategy for SACU?
That is absolutely important because it sets a framework and the focus of the organization in terms of its agenda going forward. Industrialization is at the core of that and supported by trade facilitation and logistics. We need to make sure that we have means of financing the industrialization agenda, but really at the center of that is also implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area. We want to ensure that we have the capacity to take advantage of the market opportunities from the African Continental Free Trade Area, and that is why industrialization is at the core of it. We have to deepen our industrialization through the development of regional value chains in certain specific sectors where we have comparative advantage, and so that as a region and as a customs union we are able and position ourselves to take advantage of the Continental Free Trade Area. We're seeing ourselves as a hub for innovation and manufacturing towards the Continental Free Trade Area.
Minister, we are assuming the chairmanship. Eswatini will be keen to know what exactly is expected of us by SACU throughout the probably 12 months or so.
Exactly. So it is 12 months. So it is from the 15th of July until the 14th of July 2023. Being a chairperson is purely just to head the organization and to be the person coordinating. It doesn't necessarily mean that one has any special advantages or anything unique. But at the same time, it definitely deepens our understanding of the organization. When you're leading it, you make sure that you really get a good handle on it. So it helps us definitely in a whole lot of education understanding. But at the same time, all the meetings will then be taking place in Eswatini. And that'll obviously just boost the industry, help us to get back on the map. Obviously now that COVID is over, it's a good time to be chairing because the meetings are actually physically taking place again. So from that point of view, a very exciting space for us as a country.
President of Botswana uploaded the Council of Ministers in Gaborone for doing a sterling job during the ministerial round table in 2018, if I recall very well. The economies of the SACU member states are not the same. They're big brothers, of course. South Africa is being a big brother. So when you're sitting around the table, don't you feel at some point that probably we're a small country, small economy, then our voice might not be audible as the rest of the players in the team?
Look, I think that's the advantage of being part of SACU and being part of the round table. And that is that you actually do have a relevant voice being a smaller player in a much bigger space. And so, because normally without those round tables, you don't have a voice at all. So that's the beauty of SACU. It actually gives us smaller countries a strong voice at the right level to be able to have a fair play in the market. And so that's actually, it's exactly what SACU does. It makes that problem of being small actually not being as relevant, so that one does really have a say in the matter.
President Masisi uploaded you on behalf of Summit, Executive Secretary, for doing a great job in revitalizing the SACU work agenda, if I can call it that way, after an extended period of stalemate. Now, the SACU has got agreements with third parties, the EU, SADC agenda.
Mercosur,
yes. Now, how important is it for SACU to ensure that she benefits from all these agreements that you are leaving in place?
Absolutely important, because one, we negotiate these agreements not for governments, but for private sector and producers to take advantage of market openings and market opportunities that are created. And so it's absolutely important. And this is why we have prioritized the African Continental Free Trade Area. That's a game changer for the continent. And so it is our thing, it is our project, and we must make sure that it works. But also we have agreements with the EU, the Economic Partnership Agreement. We have also signed an agreement with the UK after it exited the EU post-Brexit. And we have an agreement with Mercosur. And these are equally, and EFTA, these are equally important agreements, because we have markets, export markets. It's not for us to ensure that we take advantage of that. And this is why the industrialization agenda comes in, where we want to ensure that we expand our production capacity to take advantage of these markets. And so really the strategic plan, the focus of the organization now is about how we position ourselves. First of all, create the means to produce and to take advantage, because yes, we have negotiated the agreements, the markets are there, but it doesn't end there. We need to take advantage of them, and that's why it becomes important that we drive the agenda that we are. And Eswatini now at the helm of SACU is to really guide the work of the organization for us to deliver on that agenda.
The industrialization agenda, Executive Secretary, will need funding. Now, where are we going to get that money to fund all these programs that we have?
And this is a very important question, and this is why financing for industrialization is one of the priorities. We need to find means of financing the agenda, but also we are conscious that, and this is very important, SACU being all our member states are members of SADC, and so the agreement that has been reached was to say that we are not reinventing the wheel. The SADC industrialization strategy is a basis for what we are doing. And so the various tools that are in place to finance industrialization will certainly be considered. But at the end of the day, we need to look at what will work for us as a union and to address our needs also. So this is really the approach that we are taking, knowing that financing is a challenge, but also, and the minister, I'm sure, would say that, it is always said that, money follows good projects. So it's for us to make sure that we have good projects in place. And this is why our industrialization agenda is not only looking at, industries, but also we're looking at investment. Earlier this year, we held the investment roundtable that you referred to earlier on. And that is really also to make sure that we are able to attract investments into those sectors, the priority sectors that we've identified, which is textiles and clothing, agro-processing, pharmaceuticals, and essential oils and so on. So we had projects that we were promoting at that investment roundtable. And also we're looking at export specifically. So we need to ensure that we produce quality products that will be exported to these markets competitively. Really, we want to position ourselves as a destination for investment. We want to encourage local investments as well, and then really position ourselves as a manufacturing hub, an innovation hub. And I believe we are capable of doing that as a region.
Minister, in closing, I know the Minister of Commerce is also very much involved when you talk about trade-related issues. Now, what exactly do Eswatini, the private sector, has to do to support the kingdom so that our tenure as chairman of SACU will be a very successful one?
Thank you so much. It really is a matter of us all just working together to try to get more products produced, made, manufactured in Eswatini to be able to drive that industrialization agenda. The money is there. The money is tight, but money is there. But it follows good projects. So one needs a good project, one needs an element of skin in the game, one needs an element of local investment. But there's a lot of money out there to be able to drive that agenda and support that. And Eswatini, as we just do certain things like making factory shelves available, opening the space to make it more accessible for those producers to be established in Eswatini.
Finally, Executive Secretary, looking at what is happening globally, the Russia-Ukraine invasion, food prices soaring up, do we have a resilience program in SACU that will make us probably not to be that much hammered by the effects of what is happening globally?
It's a very important question, and in fact, it's something that Summit reflected on also during the 7th Summit. Again, it comes down to how we structure our agenda and around industrialization, because what it has revealed, and it's not only now the war between Russia and Ukraine, is COVID-19 has just revealed how much we are reliant on imports. Of course, we live in a global community, so international trade is necessary, but also we need to look at the ability to produce locally and for us to be able then to somehow respond and be able to position ourselves in situations such as this. Food prices are rising. We are seeing that on basic commodities, and it's a result of a shortage of some of the primary commodities such as wheat, which then goes down to fertilizers and also the price of fuel. So these are real challenges, but also we've done work where we looked at the impact of COVID-19 on the union and what it is that we need to do. And these are the discussions that we are still continuing to take up. And I believe through the chairmanship of Eswatini, these are some of the issues that we'll also need to take up. But we have a clear directive to really ensure that as a region we have we capacitate ourselves to diversify our industries, but also to create the production capacity that will enable us to at least withstand some of these challenges that come about. But of course, we live in a global community. It's an interdependent world, and so that is also the reality that we need to keep in mind. But we need to make sure that certain measures are in place.
Because bekuyinduna Temafa Nilrekenberg ihambisana ke na Executive Secretary wenhlangano yaka SACU, Miss Paulina Mbala Elako. Executive Secretary, we wish you well in your future endeavors as you leave SACU in safe hands. Minister, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Thank
you. You've been our astute Minister for Finance under very challenging circumstances. Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19, something we've never seen before. Thank you so much, Executive Secretary, for coming through.
Thank you so much for having us this morning.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you.
Because sisibahlela ke market testers siyabuya sesibuka ukuthi singabe simo semigwaqo sinjani namhla kuleli vele Eswatini.
Nene bekunene kusetandleni tesive ukuthi imimango ingagcini kukampunzi edla emini. Sive sakangwane nebantu labakhethe kuhlala Eswatini abaphila ngekukhululeka nekuthi kubethe lo nyathelo lilungelo lalabanye egameni lekufuna lilungelo lakhe. Sive asikhumbule ukuthi emaphoyisa bomake nabobabe labatinikele kwenta siqiniseko ukuthi wonke umuntu lonembahla yakhe ingacekelwa phansi ngulomunye. Wonke umuntu akahlale ngekuthula nangaphandle kokwesaba tindwe letingatiwa. Emaphoyisa ngekulandzela nekushiqilela umthetho athi into yomuntu ayibenge yakhe umuntu. Sive asijinge siwabambise siphinde siwasekele emaphoyisa emsebentini wawo. Kude emalungelo aso sive osomabhizinisi kanye nebantu labasebentako anganyatheleki. Khona-ke imimango itawukwakha nemakhaya akhulise bantwana ngaso sandla lesiya emlonyeni. Emaphoyisa naso sive abasebente ngebudlelwane nangekubambisana kulwa nebucala netingoti temgwaqo.
Intuthuko lekhonsile yintuthuko lesuka phansi emimangweni usosive lesinesidingeko sayo ingene emiphakathini kuboba betikhulu ikhulunyiswe ibusiswe enkundleni nasesifundzeni ite iyofika kuhulumende lowabatimali tekusukumisa leyo misebenzi yentuthuko nenhlalakahle. Bukela luhlelo sive siyathuthuka kubona imisebenzi lesukunyiswe ngaphansi kweluphiko lwahulumende lekwakha takhiwo letisekelwe ngetimali tahulumende i-microprojects kanye na-Regional Development Fund. Lolu hlelo lutawungena njalo ngalesine nga-8:30 p.m. kusihlwa nangalesihlanu ekuseni nga-9:30 a.m. Sive siyathuthuka, intuthuko yetinkhundla, intuthuko yemaswali.
I do the most. Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni per month. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Sikule sikhathi sitawungena ke emgwaqweni sivele ukuthi ngabe iyahambe kanini imigwaqo lomhlanje oba kulembela sondolena nje kutabe kuphithitela sinemnayethu ke Bhek Musigule elanini asikuvuzele mnayethu sikwamukele ehlelweni Kusile breakfast show imenjani imigwaqo sisanje kumbela sondolenze Eswatini.
Anguvusele Ndlovu ngivusele umbukelwano uhlelo imigwaqo sesihlolile tifundze ntotine kungaba kuphawula nje ukuthi awusimo selitulu ubonakala kunenkhungo etindzaweni letiphakeme ukhumbuta nje nekugcizelela kumshayeli umcoka bekuvula emalambu yemotolo yakho wendele ukuthi lomunye asheshe akubone kuze ukuthi athathe leto tinqumo letiyaba ngileto letiphephila sawusebenzisa umgwaqo sikuvedile lokho asivetele ukuthi kuletindzawana la kubonakala khona kunayo futhi umkemetelo lokho ke kuyasho ukuthi umshayeli litubane lakhe akalehlise endesiqiniseko siyakuthi uhamba ngelitubane leliphasi ushiya nemgamo lowanele kulandzela yona phela lenye imotolo kanti sikuvedile lokho asivetele ukuthi na uphuma lapha edolobheni elikhulu laseMbabane tibane lapha eMangwaneni solo atisebendi leto tibane leto kanti ke na uqhamuka khona lapha ehekeni laseNgwenya uyawufika khona lapha kumalagwane la ukanekise khona umbutho wembume kuletinkomo letiningi letibonakalako lapha emva kwelitshe lesikholwa ukuthi bafana bathatha ikhweshisa lapha eceleni komgwaqo kwenta isiqiniseko sokuthi naye umfuyi uyayithola leyo liswati lumfanele phela kushiya imfuyo yakhe ijangaza nje emgwaqweni uqanekisile kaloku njalo umbutho wembube lapha eMangwaneni la unake kakhulu tinqola letinkulu ikakhulu kahle tiyawehla naye insaba yakumalagwane kwenta isiqiniseko sokuthi bayowehla ngelitubane lelilingene wena ke lo uhamba ngemotolo yakho uyakhuthazwa ukuthi unake nato timpawu temgwaqo letinciphisa lona litubane naletigcina sekudla sakho ngaso sonke isikhathi usetawendlula kule yangcingwana leya ngakho njalo kungaba kuphawula ukuthi solo uyalungiswa umgwaqo emkhathini wayo izulwini nalapha endasi kumathapha labalungisa wona ema-guardrails lasekhathini ekhathini emgwaqo tibekiwe ke noko nakhona timpawu kanjalo nalapha endasi edolobheni la kumathapha la sibona khona solo basebenta kunaye i-traffic section lekhona lapho kuba netinqola ke letinkulu letiphuma kwetulu kuleyo section ingenele wona ke umgwaqo asishayile ngalokukhulu ukucophelela nekuveta ke ukuthi edolobheni kaManzini solo stalati lesisuka lapha ezakhele sibeke khona elidwana eNgwane Park sivaliwe leso stalati nestalati ke lesingale ngenhla komjingo noma ke kuSydney Williams nawubheka khona eBoss khona leso stalati leso sivaliwe ngakulonye uhlangothi kungaba kugcizelela nje ukuthi awube kunene siconza kahle ukuthi sicala yona impela sondvolenze umthamo wethu motolo vele sibhekile ukuthi kube ngiloyo setulu kakhulu asikhumbule ke kubashayeli kulandzela timpawu temgwaqo kuhlonipha umthetho wemgwaqo nekuthi nje sihloniphane thina sisodwana wena isiqiniseko sokuthi uba nayo inhlitiyo nemoya wekubheketelelana ikakhulukazi lapho umthamo wethu motolo usetulu kakhulu khona nekuthi ke lapha indasi elibonjeni asivetele ukuthi solo uyakhiwa umgwaqo lapha eMbaka nawubuka khona isiteki ngakulonye hlangothi uphinde wakhiwe futhi khona lapha isiteki nawubuya khona ekhaya edolobheni usuka lapha eGood Shepherd uyakhiwa ke nalapho umgwaqo nalapha endawo senshiselweni ku-MR11 la sibona khona laphana usuka ehotela ubheka khona lapha emhlosheni nakhona la sibona khona kunetinqola letinkulu letijuba wona umgwaqo sithi nje kube indlela lenhle konke losebenzisa umgwaqo sikhumbule kumcoka bekunaka timpawu temgwaqo kulandzela imithetho yemgwaqo nekuthi nje sihloniphane sibashayeli ngikufisela ilanga lelihle usachubeka nemsebenzi wakho Ndlovu nalo libandla lobambisene nalo labonjinela naso sive semaswati sisifisela ilanga lelihle naleliphephile sawusebenzisa umgwaqo siyabonga kakhulu ngoma
Asibakhulumi nayithi bonke sibeke ngibheka musigula sibikela ke ngokuthi umgwaqo imenjani namhla ekseni sibathola ke imakethe sitabuya ke sathenza bade sibili talo mhla ekseni
Pay your TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3# and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
I do the most. Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni per month. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Bukela ngovuthelo ngomukele ndzabeni tesibili talo mhla ekseni libito lami ngi-LinkedIn kule liphini landi nankulu mhlonishwa Themba Masuku uthi ke la kuleli lisikumele tuli indzaba emakhaya laholwa bantfwana ngako ke lifuna ke kufushela ukuthi umhlaba wonke uhloniphe lisuku lwabo iWorld Orphan Day. Masuku kusho lokhu ngesikhathi ke ahlangene nalababuke inhlala kahle kanye nemalungelo abantwana labavela ke eveni laseLesotho.
Njengaloku inhlangano yakwa-World Vision yaseveni laseLesotho kanye nelitiko lelibukela indzaba tebantfwana kulela live bakuleli kutofunza kabanti ngetindlela tekushushisa melula tindzaba tebantfwana etinkantolo lelibandla livakashele liphini landvunankulu Themba Masuku lapho khona libe nemibuto leminyenti ngenhloso yokutfola lwati tindzabeni letinyenti letisetshenziswa kulelo hhovisi. Liphini landvunankulu Themba Masuku latise lelibandla laseLesotho ukuthi kuleli libona kungathi umhlaba wonke jikelele hawinaka kahle indzaba emakhaya laholwa abantwana.
I've realized that we have International Women's Day, Disability Day, HIV Day. All the days are there, except the commemoration of officially of the orphaned and vulnerable day. So an orphan day. So what we have been pushing for is to have that day, because we are ignoring that sector that we need to be focusing on. So yesterday, His Majesty's government gave me the mandate to lobby for that, to lobby for that. So because this country is is focusing on the development of children because they are the future. So we get leadership and amazing support from the head of state.
Libandla lelive laseLesotho lithi kunyenti kakhulu elikufunzile kuleli ikakhulu etindzabeni tekuvikela abantwana nekwenta ukuthi tinkantolo titisebente melula tindzaba tebantwana.
I understood the rationale to get the buy-in of politicians, because then you have the same language which we don't understand, and also you will be bringing our issues to them for them to understand better, which is something that we need in Lesotho. We are very independent from them. We never get that platform to speak our issues. They don't even understand them. So I think if we can copy this and get there and show them what they need to be doing.
One thing that I have just picked up from Your Excellency today is your passion about child-headed households and the interventions that you have made through the projects that you have introduced. And I've also learned about the 42 homes that the care facilities for children that are around the country.
Lelibandla lelivela elisotho livakashele inkantolo takuleli kanye netinhlangothi etisebenta inhlalakahle kanye nemalungelo ebantfwana. Etindzabeni kubika Fortune Dlangamandla nginavuma inkosi inzinisa sisembabane.
Induna emisebenzile emkhulu nekutfutsa Chief Lahlaza Ndwandwe seyinikeke libandla lelisha laka ASAP lekuyi Registration Council for Architects, Engineers, Surveyors and Allied Professionals. Insaya lenkulu yekuthi ke nebesifazane labakulolu hlangothi bangalahleki babe ingcenye yalo hlangothi kuthi ke amakhono abo atawusebenziswa. Induna ke beyikhuluma ke hotela lasesibane ngesikhathi ke yethula lona lelibandla ngalokusemthethweni.
Leli bandla litawubuka tindzaba tekubhaliseka nekutfutfukisa kwalabo labaselihlangothini lwekwakha lobunjiniyela lwekudweba elihlangothini lwekwakha kusaveya nalokunye. Bakhona-ke laba kulolu hlangothi kodwa-ke kusamele basebente ngekubambisana nalabanye babhalise ukuze batiwe namakhono labanawo avele. Leli bandla-ke lingaphansi kwelitiko letemsebenti lemkhulu nekutfutsa. Induna yalelitiko Chief Lahlaza Ndwandwe ibeka leli bandla lelisha ilinike insayeye ukuthi nebesifazane labo kulolu hlangothi kabatiwe babuye basebente ekuthuthukela lolu hlangothi.
I-council ayisukume ibuke indlela tekusebenzisana na-ESHEC losukunyiswe ngumthetho welive ngaphasi kwelitiko letemfundo. Ngicabanga ukuthi labanye council na registrar singavumelana ukuthi ekuhambeni kwetikhathi tayitolo kusebenta kwethu naleli bandla leli akabe ngilokusezingeni lesifisa ukuthi kube kulo. Siyacela ke ukuthi nesangena kulomsebenzi onke emabandla lacishe athinzana nalomsebenzi asibukisane nawo silandzele umthetho sikhulise emakhono eveni. Kuna Ramford Zwane lotaba ngusihlalo waleli bandla. Kube na Thulane Mkhaliphi lotaba lilunga laleli bandla. Kube na Maxwell Sithole lolunga laleli bandla. Kube na Sidumo Dlamini lolunga laleli bandla. Kube na Ray Dlamini lolilunga naye. Kube na Mfanaleni lolunga naye. Kube na Kholiwe Shongwe lolilunga. Kube na Wandile Sibanze lolilunga. Kube na Bongani Magagula lolilunga. Kube na Sandile Bembe lolilunga. Bese kuba na Gcinithemba Masimula naye ulunga lale council lesikhuluma ngayo.
Mapalane waka ASAP lwazi mthimkhulu kubonge likomiti leliphumako lelisebente ngekutimiselana noma-ke bekude imali letholakala kuhulumende wacela-ke nebesifazane nanaye ukuthi babuye babhalise batiwe kusebentwe.
Setting up or introducing a new regulator in the field is never easy, and over the years ASAP has been faced with many challenges. We are still struggling with funding. The Construction Industry Council has over the years guaranteed only the payroll of 2 employees, namely the registrar and admin assistant. Due to the limited resources at our disposal, we are still understaffed with a staff complement of just 3, and that has made it difficult to implement the ASAP mandate fully. We have been forced to shelve our inaugural strategic plan due to the limited resources. Another challenge has been regulating a previously unregulated industry and failure in some quarters to appreciate the existence of ASAP and its mandate.
Mapalane waleli bandla Ramford Zwane lebekamelelwe nguSidumo Dlamini ubonge emalunga ukuthi athathe lo msebenzi wawanxusa ukuthi asebente ngokutimisela kufeza imigomo lebatawunikwa yona. Leli bandla ke selesithathu kusukela iASAP yasungulwa kanti ke watawuba ehhovisi sikhasi lesingenge eminyakeni lemithathu etindzabeni ngingiyane emsebenzini sehotela lesesipane ezulwini.
Induna yetinkundla David Ngamphalala ithi uhulumende usebenzela ukuthi tonke tinkundla telive tinike sive lonke lisito lwahulumende kufaka ekhathi kuthathwa kwetitifiketi nalamanye amaphepha ebuve. Induna beyikhuluma isikhathi ke libandla lakamhlahlangene livakashele inkundla yakalomahasha leseyithuthukisiwe seyiniketa ke lusito lwahulumende phecelezi i-service center.
Litiko letinkundla ngaphansi kohlelo lwabo lokusonzeta lusito lwahulumende esiveni phecelezi decentralization licala lihlelo lokuthuthukisa tinkundla telive ngekufaka cishe lonke lusito lwahulumende kufaka ekhatsi lihhovisi lakamaster kanye nemahhovisi litiko letesekhaya nalelo letekulima. Ngalesithathu indvuna yalelitiko David Ngamphalala kanye nelihhovisi lakamhlahlangene lelilapha eveni ivakashele inkundla yakalobamba lekungilenya letinkundla letine lesetithuthukisiwe. Indvuna ithi hulumende usebentela ukuthi tonke tinkundla telive titfutfuke tilethe lusito esiveni kute live leMaswati lithuthuke liye embili.
Sifiso sahulumende weNgonyama kube kuyangaye lonke lelive ngase njengalobamba namhlambanyathi nalgongolwene nalehlene. Kodwa ke ngokushoda kwetimali kusachutshekwa ukuthi ema-service aye kubantu njengoba sibona nje ukuthi lala kalobamba besingafisa ukuthi enabe nelive lonke. Siyathi ukuthi sibonile itolo bantu nje bafuna certificate ID ushilo umhlonishwa lapha ukuthi bebavuka ebusuku bayokuma la bemakhona lama service ke la aphungula lo mthwalo kuleti indawo letinye besibona bomanzini bombabane njengoba bashilo ukuthi noma ubuya kalo emaphalaleni ubuye eMarkens ungeta uthole le service la kalobamba.
Lobukela office la kamhlaba kuleli George Wachira uthi imisebenzi lenjengalena iyakhuthata kusho ukuthi live laseSwatini lisebenta tonke tinhlangothi kude lifeze magola kamhlaba entuthuko lekhonsako eminyaka wa 2030.
As the UN, our role and presence here in the Kingdom of Eswatini is to support the efforts of the government of the kingdom to really make sure that we are moving together towards developing our people, especially in the spirit of the aspirations of all the member states of the United Nations to achieve Agenda 2030.
Lilunga lephalamende lalenkundla Alan Stewart uthi nanoma lenkundla ithuthukile isadzinga kuthuthukiswa nakuletinye tinhlangothi.
The latest books would do us good. You know, times change and everything changes, you know. So the children that we have now, you know, they need the new books and the need to digitalize the library too is there. I'm sure with time we'll get that through.
Litiko letinkundla ngekubanjiswa ngilolu office la kamhlaba kuleli lihlele kucala umsebenzi wokuletha lusito lwahulumende lolufana nalolu lwetinkhundla letine endzaweni yakalavumisa. Etindzabeni Eswatini TV kubika Samkeliswe Khoza kalobamba.
Kaze ke sitabukana ngombiko loqhamuka enduneni yetema business le7 lase Bangladesh lokusikhuluma. Induna yetema business ethengiselana ke Mancuba Khumalo ihlangene netinhlangano letehlukene delive le Bangladesh kuto shenana naligwaye etindzabeni ke tema business. Kakhulu kati ngoba live le Bangladesh lithuthuke kakhulu emnothweni. Kakhulu kati ehlanganisini lwato tema business. Lolu hambo lenduna ke luhlose kusoma bahlanyela itimali kusike bete lapha eveni kuto sungula ke ma business. Kusitaka le Maswati ekutholeni ke imisebenzi.
Mancuba Khumalo netinhlangano temabhizinisi uyachubeka even le Bangladesh. Estatementini lesikhishwe litiko letemabhizinisi netekuthengiselana indvuna ingenele umhlangano lobuke kwakha budlelwane bekusebenzisana phecelezi i-Memorandum of Understanding emkhatsini weBangladesh Investment Authority kanye neSwatini Investment Promotion Authority. Kulomhlangano kuphinze kwabukwa ukuthi umnotho welive ungasimama kanjani nangabe umkhicito lomnengi ungathengiswa emakethe dangephandle. Kusebenziswa tivumelwano tekuthengiselana live lelinato nalamanye emave. Indvuna iphindze yangenela umhlangano nelitiko letemabhizinisi netekutsengiselana kulelive leBangladesh. Kantsi lelitiko letemabhizinisi litsembise kusekela live laKangwane ekucecesheni bosomabhizinisi labancane bakuleli ngelwati lekutsengisa imikhicito yabo basebentisa tindlela tesimanje noma letiphucukile pheceleti global digital trade. Indvuna iphindze yangenela umhlangano lelitiko letemabhizinisi netekutsengiselana kulelive leBangladesh. Kantsi lelitiko letemabhizinisi litsembise kusekela live laKangwane ekucecesheni bosomabhizinisi labancane bakuleli ngelwati lekutsengisa imikhicito yabo basebentisa tindlela tesimanje noma letiphucukile pheceleti global digital trade. Indvuna Manqoba Khumalo iphindze yangenela umhlangano wesithathu lapho icocisane nenhlangano lebuke kwakhiwa kwemitsi iBangladesh Pharmaceutical Industries. Kwabukwa luhlelo lokwakha indzawo yekhicita imitsi lapha eveni lengatsengiselwa nalamanye emave. Lokunye lokuvele kule mihlangano lengenelwe indvuna yetemabhizinisi netekutsengiselana kutsi emabhizinisi latimele ngiwo lafaka sandla lesikhulu ekukhuleni kwemnotfo elive leBangladesh. Indvuna itawuqhubeka ikhulumisane naletinye tinhlangano temabhizinisi kulela live kufake ekhatsi naletikhicita timphahla. Endzabeni Eswatini TV kubika Thando Kuhle Mdluli.
Lokhulumela uhulumende Alpheus Nxumalo uthi ke akusilo nani liqiniso ukuthi umhlangano wenhlangano emave langendase wesifundza seAfrika iSADC le bukeke luphiko lweTechPaper iSouthern African Development Community Troika Extraordinary meeting uchutshelwe embili ngenxa ukuthi leSwatini lalile kuba ingcenye yalo mhlangano. Nxumalo uthi ke live leSwatini belikatse likulungele kuba ingcenye yalo mhlangano.
Lokhu liqiniso nebakangwane wekuthi bakangwane bathole communication lebuya kaSADC le foreign affairs lethi umhlangano wema-head of state upostponiwe. Akusilo liqiniso sibakangwane were not available to participate. Bakangwane beba ready, bakangwane beba participate even at the ministerial level. Bekude bengabavimba kuqhubeka nalo mhlangano. Sisike lokho asikucondzise nebekunene eMaswati athi kwekuthi kude live lelingabalekela umhlangano bebalungele bakangwane ngene emhlanganweni. Kwaba ngiyo iSADC secretariat lebende i-initiative yabo yekupostpone umhlangano batawuphindze bawumemetele ngalelinye ilanga. Sesibakangwane ke sesiyawubuka lelo langa labawumemetele. Cha tizathu bakaSADC kule communication lengesinasi lesiyikhombiswe base foreign affairs abakati bekitizathu sekuthi bawupostponela nomhlangano. Naloko ukuthi ke besiku agenda yabo naloko akukho kule ncwadi asikwati kithi can only remain ema-rumors ngoba side lokubuya kaSADC lokusho njalo. Kulokunye ke mhlawumbe nebekunene eMaswati lakhala ngako kakhulu kwekuthi lo bekalunga leParliamente Mduduzi Magawugawu Simelane ufike ngayiphi passport eNgilandi. Nekwekuthi ivisa wona emangisi njengoba kuna high commissioner wabo laKangwane ukhulunyisiwe yini ngihulumende kuva kwekuthi bamnikete ivisa ngalelithini ngoba kude longathi kwekuthi umnomzane Simelane unetindzaba lati balekela la ekhaya tinkantolo letimele ukuthi nakabuya avele khona atikhulume netinkantolo. Lesikutfolile nebekunene kwekuthi emangisi abebede sandla lesentekile ekufikeni kwakhe le kungathi usebenzise nama-agency nje la khona longona organize labantu emavisa. Laba sakuhlola ke labakulandzelelako baka-Home Affairs ngiko ukuthi basabuka ukuthi usebenzise yiphi passport. Usebenzise yona leya kaNgwane eMaswati ngoba nebekunene lesitakumbutana kona singeMaswati kwekuthi passport idocument yembuso noma isetandleni leSwati ngalinye kodwa it remains a property of the state. Sitawusike mase kutholakele mhlawumbe base Home Affairs batakwati kusatisa sive ukuthi luhambo lwakhe usebenzise iphi passport wahamba kanjani. Lokungumqondo lo saprivela kwanya lokwekuthi asikwati nabantu ukubonakala sibaganga ngelive baye emaveni lamanye bakhulume bahlambalade live ngetindzaba letingekho. Lokungeta kwesibili lokushoko ukuthi bantu laba lababaleke bende emaqala babalekele umthetho. Kuthi ke uhulumende longahlala agoqe etandla baqhubeka basebenzise ama-documents abo nema-properties abo nakunjalo.
Inhlangano iCheshire Homes sihlangene ke netindlu tetimbili teParliament kutawethula ke emalungeni umbiko wehlelo lokuvakashela ke tinkhundla kuyawuniketela abakhubatekile lusito lokwelulwa pheceleti irehabilitation. Umcondzisi wale nhlangano Khabo Dlamini uthi ke bakhona kufinyelela etinkundleni letinge 21.
Eminyakeni lophelile inhlangano lelulamisa abantu labakhubatekile iCheshire Homes iqale uhlelo lokuvakashela abantu labakhubatekile emimangweni lelatiwa ngeleCheshire Homes Rehabilitation Outreach Program lapho khona labakhubatekile bebanikezwa lusito lokwelulwa ikakhulukati bantfwana. Ngalesithathu lenhlangano ihlangane netindlu ezimbili tePhalamende kubethulula umbiko walolu hlelo. Umcondzisi walenhlangano Khabo Dlamini uthi ngaphansi kwalolu hlelo bakhona kuhambela tinkundla letinge21.
Sisahamba ke sibonile lokho ukuthi kube sesekuba naleto tinkomba letitsite noma lama concerns latsite abantu labasiphathise wona lafaka ekhathi lokho ukuthi indzaba yekuhola labanye bayahola bashayile tandla kepha ke babe sebayasiphathisa lokho ukuthi basibabutele lokuthi lume njalo lohlelo ngoba khona labasalele ngaphandle.
Umcondzisi wetempilo Dr. Vusi Magagula uvete bumcoka bebacucutele emimangweni kunakekela abantu labakhubatekile.
The rural health motivators are responsible for health and social issues within chiefdoms and constituencies. RHMs are to date working with community members to promote health for a variety of primary health care topics and remain an important link between the community members and health services.
Nondumiso Sikhosana longisonhlala kahle hovisini leliphini Mfunankulu uthi nanoma uhulumende tama kodwa iphansi kakhulu inombolo yabantu labakhubatekile labatfola imbasha kuleli hovisi balinganiselwa kulokhu 16 ekhulwini 16%.
Le study sabo besithi 146,000 nga-2017 but bantu labatfola le grant bangu 9,761. It's not even angati ikota noma yini. It's about 16% population yabantu labakhubatekile labatfola igrant.
Lisekela mengameli wendlu yetimphunga Ndumiso Mdluli kanye nelisekela lemcondziso wetinkhulumo ePhalamende Madala Mhlanga bavete bomcoka bekuthi live liphutfuma imigomo ekusebenta kwemtsetfo lobukele abantu labakhubatekile eveni kude banakekeleke ngelizinga lesetulu.
Njengechairmanship siyabona ukuthi kufanele ukuthi sikhone ukucukutela ukuze ukuthi le budget ikhona kube inkulu ikhona lokuthi ba-embrace cishe bonke uma kungenteka.
Siyakuthola futhi nokuthi lokuphutha kwekushaya lomthetho webantu living with disabilities kusikhinyabhedo kanganani ekusebenteni kwelitiko laka DPM. Kukhuthatha nje ukuthi vele bawumane bawugijimise ngoba naku nePhalamende yesi-11 selithumele emasumbeni seyiyahamba kansolo le bill ayifiki ngasePhalamende kanti imcoka kakhulu ikakhulu kulabantu labaphila nokukhubateka.
Ngaphansi kwalolu hlelo inhlangano yakaCheshire Homes ikhona kufinyelela kubantu labakhubatekile labangema500. Etindzabeni teEswatini TV kubika Samkelisiwe Khoza ezulwini.
Sive senkundla yasembolonjeni sidumisa ke umsebenzi lomuhle wahulumende ngelitiko letasekhaya ngokubhaliswa kwetitifiketi mahala. Lesive sithi ke kuyasidulela kugibela sike kwethola lisito lolufana nalolu esiteki.
Sive senkundla yasembolonjeni asiuvali umlomo solo sibabata umsebenzi lomuhle wahulumende ngelitiko lakhe letasekhaya ngekwakhela lesive titifiketi leti titifiketi letifaka ekhatsi tekutalwa netekuthathana kuletinye.
Kakhulu noma besikhona solo singakhona ukugibela selekushoda letimali tekugibela kuyabita manje kulisito noma sekuthutana siyakhona lokwathatha.
Lekakhulu mfana vele nale ba office bathi uyahamba umdzala kude kahle ukuthi uthola ukhanisa uyajika baningi bantu udelisi manje hayi thina wogogo asisaphili nalokuphila.
Sito kakhulu noma asikamoshi imali tethu kutalana kona sisibakhona lana thina bosuka lana uye steki imali le inkulu kakhulu
la ngingacashwa khona nangempepha nyanyalo nje ngikhona bengibambe khona ngifise ukufuna leti impepha ngijabula kakhulu ukuthi nako vele namhle ngikwente indaba nelusithi ndaphumele.
Indvuna yenkundla embolonjeni Thula Dlamini ithi Hulumende usitile lesive njengoba besoloku kunesive lesingakhona ekucashwa ngekwesela dona tifiketi kulendzawo.
Nalesive sibulala inyoka futhi ke angiboni ukuthi lamalanga lesinike wona batawentiwa bonke labantu. Vele batawusala in the exercise la into lohulumende ubanike umnyaka laba womafesi abayende. Ngicela ukuthi babangetele ncane kakhulu sive solo siyakhala sisele. Kona siyalibonga kakhulu lolusito kakhulu kuhulumende ukuthi asonzele kubantu basabende etifiketi mahala ikakhulu abantu abakhubetekile labanganabani nabogogo nabomkhulu lokhanza ukuthi mkhulu lona 60 years ude certificate bantu abakhe becertificate batukulu becertificate usasa nje mhla ka21 batabe basemphakathini kaShoba kuthi mhla ka25 na 26 bataba semphakathini eMbolonjeni kandango baya mhla ka27 kuthi engcina baya mhla ka2 August nasesigcaweni East baya mhla ka3 August sekuyaphela ngenkundla yaseMbolonjeni.
Lokubhaliswa kwaletifiketi kutawuchubeka nekwenabela nakuleminye imiphakathi kuso sonke isifundza saselibonjeni. Umbiko uhlanganiswe ngithembelihle Magutshwa titfombe ngithemba shabangu yelibonjeni.
Umphathi wenhlangano leluphiko lwahulumende lolubukeka ukuthi sive siyafinyelela yini elusitweni lwetimali iCenter for Financial Inclusion lengaphansi kwelitiko letemafa nemcebo hadebe. Kuthi-ke kuyajabulisa ukuthi insha iyachubeka nekukhombisa inkaphu ekufundzeni ngebhizinisi nekuthola-ke timali ukuthi ichubeke ibhizinisi. Le nhlangano-ke ngekusebenzisana nenhlangano yemakethe yetimali Eswatini Stock Exchange befundisa abosomabhizinisi labancane ngekusitana kufinyeleleni elusitweni lwetimali.
Inhlangano leliphiko lwahulumende lolubuka ukuthi sive siyafinyelela yini elusitweni lwetimali iCenter for Financial Inclusion lengaphansi kwelitiko letemafa iyachubeka nekuqinisekisa ukuthi bosomabhizinisi bayafinyelela elusitweni lwetimali ikakhulukazi-ke bosomabhizinisi labancane. Kuleli viki solo-ke licalile beyifundzisa bosomabhizinisi labancane ngako ukufinyelela etimalini ngakusebenzisana nenhlangano yemakethe yetimali iEswatini Stock Exchange emhlanganweni lebubanjwele esibayeni lodge kuMathapha. Umphathi we-Center for Financial Inclusion nomcebo hadebe ukuthi lokujabulisile kubona insha lebeyingenelelo mhlangano ngetinombolo letisetulu.
Sibone ukuthi asesibuke ukuthi ngitiphe letinye indlela but sikhumbule ukuthi tiphephile. So Stock Exchange besipartnerishe naso ukuze ukuthi sifundise labo somabhizinisi ukuthi diningi letinye indlela tekufuna imali ngema-bonds, ma-treasury bills, leti safe leti pass kwe stock exchange nalokuthi imithetho yalakangwane seyavuma lokuthi noma ungusomabhizinisi lomncane noma individual ukhona ukuthi ungasebenzisa stock exchange. Kuhle kakhulu bekunebantu labasha kuphindze kube nebantu lasebakhulile lo ngasho ukuthi banelwati kancane kule business lasebahambe umgama. Lobeke kahle kakhulu abakushito kakhulu ngokuthi siba engage bathi bayithandzile le ndlela lesikusebenzele ngayo. Lokunye labakuthandzile ngokuthi kuze kubadi ngalomhlangano bakukhanza ku Facebook kusho kona ukuthi lensha sikhonile lokuyidonsa ngaleti ndlela lasebajwayele kusebenza ngato ngoba vele bona sebede isikhathi semaphepha sebahlala la kubongcondo machine babuke indlela tekwakha imali.
Kuthi bayatama ukuthi tikhulunyiswe netincabekelwano letibakhona emabhange tetimali letenta ukuthi kube ngumcanso ukuthi bosomabhizinisi bangathola timali kanzi-ke kungumgomo wabo ukuthi bona-ke babathuthukise bosomabhizinisi labancane ngayo yonke indlela. Etindzabeni tanamuhla ngingiyane emsebenzini nathanda ukuhle Mdluli Sizembabane.
Umlimisi lovela ketiko letekulima losesifundzeni sakaManzini Nhlakanipho Dlamini uthi info leyaye-ke ishaye bafuyi betingulube esikhatsini lesinyenti kungakwati kondla tingulube tabo ngendlela lefanele lokubanga-ke ukuthi letingulube tabo tigcine-ke tingatsengiseki kahle etimakethe. Dlamini kusho lokho ngesikhathi-ke litiko lifundzisa abantu labasha labavela-ke tifundzeni totine takuleli ngetindlela tekufuya kahle tingulube kuti-ke batawukhona kwakha inzuzo.
Noma abantu labasha babonakala bangenela amabhizinisi ekufuya tingulube kodwa uma sebathengisa labanye babo baye bangakhona ukwakha imali lesuke bayifayikile ekufuyeni leto tingulube. Kungaleso sizathu inhlangano yaka-University of Billionaires imemele itiko letekulima ukuthi litofundisa abantu labasha labavele tifundzeni totine takuleli etindlela leti ngithi tekufuya tingulube. Umlimisi welitiko letekulima Eswatini esifundeni sakaManzini, Hlakanipho Dlamini uchaza ngetindvo abafuyi labangatenti kahle.
Silitiko lesikubona ungathi abantu abanengi uhamba kubanikete inkinga kuondla noma ke lokunye ukhanza ukuthi kunendlela abafuya ngayo. Ngiyelo khanza ukuthi ihamba ibanikete inkinga. So namhlanje besithi asitofundisa nayi iyouth lekhona la University of Billionaires. Sibafundzisele ukuthi bathi ukuthi ingulube ifuywa kanjani. Nguphi futhi lokunye lekufuna bagadze lokungahle kubaphumelelise le business lelo.
Sihlalo wenhlangano ye-University of Billionaires Sibusiso Mashwama uthi lena indlela lenhlangano libambisa ngayo abantu labasha ukuthi bakhone ukudiphilisa.
Lokho sikwendele kulandzela ukuthi sikubonile ukuthi emabhizinisi wethu ayakudzinga lokuthi sifunze khona sitawukhona ukuthi masiphuma la training sambe siyowenda lo kufanele ukuthi kwendeke uze sene njani lamabhizinisi wethu abe impumelelo. Kula mabhizinisi wethu ukhanza ukuthi siyayana la khona sibuke lokuthi ingabe vele le business ihamba kahle yini, ungatholi ukuthi ibhizinisi mhlambe seyiyafa.
Umuntu lomusha lofuya tingulube Phephile Shiba uthi sonke lesikhathi bekasolwa dondla kabi tingulube takhe.
Lokho ngisite kakhulu kutala kule mfulo lokufundzisa. Kungisite kakhulu ukuthi ngalesikhathi ufuyele tingulube kumcoka nalokuthi nawutakito utotinaka kufunakala ugqoke impahla yini. Ngalenyelanga nasechambale umnyelo sigebengu lungasiwe wena tikhona lokuthi nato tibikelele tingulube ukuthi sechamba umuntu losingasele simdayela. Ngile sikali sekudla bengasele ngisinaka kahle but sengifundzile ukuthi naseyibelekile ingulube uyinaka ngekudla longanani nebadlwane nabo kanjalo.
Labantu labasha batawuphinze futhi bafundziswe nangetindlela letingeti tekufuya tinkukhu etindzabeni. Kubika Fortune Dlangamandla ngikaManzini.
Kutemidlalo litiko ke letemidlalo selinikelele badlali lababili bemidlalo we-taekwondo ngemali leti inkulungwane tisiphohlongo temalangeni lababuya ke emidlalweni ye-taekwondo African Championship 7 lase Rwanda. Kula badlali kunabo nguMusa Mkhacha lwathola ke imendlela yesilver kanye na Carlota Manuva inake wathola imendlela yelithusi. Labadlali ke lababili bahlonyiswe esibayeni logic kumathamba.
Litiko letemidlalo selinikelele badlali ababili bemidlalo we-taekwondo ngemali nge-8,000 emalangeni lababuya emidlalweni we-taekwondo Africa Championships 7 lase Rwanda. Indvuna yetemidlalo kuleli Harris Bulunga ithi lokhu kuyindlela ekhutsata letingijimi talapha ekhaya.
But my mom has been so supportive in a manner that even I have never imagined. Okay, your parent can be there for you like that and be the one who's pushing you to go and do what you have to do.
Batali balabadlali ababili nabo bakhomba injabulo. Inhlangano edlalisa umdlalo we-taekwondo lapha eVeni ithi lokhu kuyinkomba ukuthi umdlalo we-taekwondo uyakhula lapha eVeni. Lubikile umsakazi Eswatini TV kutemidlalo ngilinda Dlamini kanzumbiki uhlanganiswa nguFabrice Msonera eMbabane.
Bokusingaletho temidlalo sibambe lapha ke tesibili ithalo mhla ekseni sibahlola etimakethe sesibuka elizingare kubanza nekushisa elangeni nalo muhla eSwatini.
It is important every now and then to check, am I still in the receiving hand of God, or am I in the receiving hand of the lies from the enemy?
Salvation is free because Christ paid for everything, and that's true. But discipleship will cost you everything.
Love each other as if your life depends on it.
As a canvas reflects the nature of a personality or an artist, so creation teaches us about who God is.
We are made great by becoming small. We are exalted when we're humble.
Busiseka uvuseleleke wakheke emoyeni ngemculo wetenkolo bahlabeleli balapha eSwatini. sikulethele abahlabeleli abadala nalabo labasakhula emculweni wetenkolo bahlabela bukhoma lapha eSwatini. Siphinde sixoxisane kabanti ngalaba kwentako emsebentini wabo wekuhlabelela igospel konke kungidinisa simakathe. Ungaphuthelwa ngomqulo wegospel khona lapha eSwatini TV. Praise to God be the glory.
Asibenze sinemukele emazatla amahle ehleleni Kusile breakfast show sakuvusela nawe losanza kusivulela njengoba kusasa nje kulanga lelikhulu lenhlangano iphilani Maswati Charity Organization njengoba itawube enemcimbi wokusa inyama biggest bride 2022 siyakhuluma ukuthi besolo ude lo mcimbi lona for the past 2 years ngesizathu futhi umkhuhlane COVID-19 uyabuya ke lo nyaka njengoba nje utawucala kusasa emakete ayavulwa ngensimbi yesikhombisa ekseni kudeka kabandisi naye lapha sihlalo wayo inhlangano Lutfo Dlamini asivusele ngikhosi simangakhulu ukuthi ube nathi lamhla sengilelo lelanga kusasa siyathi ukuthi solo na preparation tonke letinyanga solo na memetela ukuthi biggest bride iyabuya ingabe vele mhlawumbe nje sicale ngabo bomgcoka balomsebenzi ukuthi siyathi nje ukuthi yanose nje ukuthi just nje kujabulisa abantu but there's a reason behind la kungesozizathu sekuthi nicokelela imali tebantu labadzala ingabe vele mhlambe ilena mali lena lenitfolako insita kanjani nje ukusita bona abantu labadzala.
No, sibonge kakhulu Mntombeni, sibonge nakumbukeli empeleni sidilisha netinkinga lengathi tinkinga te society longathi khanza noma nguphe emhlabeni ukuthi khona abantu lokhanza thi abakhona ukuphila ngendlela kumbe thina labayini lesiphila ngayo. So ke inhloso yethu njengenhlangano yaphilana eMaswati kunakekela labo bantu labadzala ngalesingakunakekela ngako. Siba lenkinga ke ukuthi umuntu uyamcela umcele, and I think we can appreciate ukuthi globally there's what they call it donor fatigue. Sekude lofuna kunikelela lo munye setiningi letinkinga mhlaba wonke. Ma NGOs are struggling to find means. Sabona ke ukuthi asibe naleli thuba ukuthi kumbe sichubeka nalenhlelo tethu sithole leto timali tekusebenta. Sinimeme sibuye nizawonye njengalokhu sitawenda kusasa buyani internet inkampani emndeni nito tijabulisa sine ngala iceleni siyakuthola lokho lokuncane ngoba na ubhadala nje ungena ingcenye le mali sifaka esikhwameni sakaphilana. So ngumsebenzi lo buNkulunkulu empeleni more than anything else ngakho nje ngacela nakukhona lo lalele nalebeka ngabada lokuthi asendeli anything else sendela lomdzala nasingete sabanayo le biggest bride letimali lesidzinga kude kwenda lo msebenzi kubakhela tindlu nekubatholela timpahla nalowa singathi sidonsa nzima ezingasho nakucala ukuthi sesinemudi lapha kaDokolo wako lesiwakhe ngekusitwa ngiyo le biggest bride kufuna sibondle labantu abadzala kufuna sibamikise esibhedlela kufuna sibendele kwanalo nalabanye ke labagcwele lonke lelive lo ngita lapha nje ngiyabona ngishayelwe ngu5 webantu labasho ukuthi kunene silele singakadli khona lo ngasendela kona. So ngumsebenzi ngicabanga unalo bobu uNkulunkulu ngako ke but sithi buyani nisibambise nenijabule nidanse nidle sine ngala sitayithola le mali letasita ngoba nangemali nje ngisifaka le mali angibona ukuthi ungayifaka but nangathi khipha na into emalangeni ungena uyolalela umlomthandzako lapho umhlabelelo wakho kulo 90 ngidamthola 20 emalangeni wabogogo ngeke uzu notice. So sikusebenta kanjalo ukuthi asisebenzise lesinako kusita lo lode imcoka kanjalo ibiggest bride in the past 2 years labe sithe khona isido sezima thathe wethu bekulukhuni besicela literally ukuthi ngeke labantu labadzala ubayekele ungabanaki nasebathi balambile iCovid isibulele kakhulu nalaba bebabondla labanye baqoshiwe emisebenzini. So we're trying to recover nekuthi ke sizama nekustimulate lumnotho ukuthi cha phela babuye ama street vendors atabakhona bomake bosiswethu batabe bathengisa nabo lapha nalabahlabeleli the over 30 artists latabakhona sithi buyani nanivuke labanye batabe baqala perform, they haven't performed in the past 3 years ngalesimo besikuso. So kuvusa umnotho ukuthi cha asivuke nisonke nabogogo ngicabanga batawujabula at the end ukuthi sesitaba garanta sinokudla khona ngeke nilambe kutaze kushaya ikhisimusi.
Okay. Ngicabanga ukuthi inkosi uke wayithinta lenzaba ngubonile amakhuluma nje etindzabeni indzabe ukuthi bona labantu labadzala lenibendela umsebenzi batabe bakhona yini kulomsebenzi nihambe nafika phi kulawo malungiselelo.
Na ungasho njalo kungagcwala labantu labadzala ngoba sibasita lonke lelive na ungathi nje uphi gogo longazange sasitwe ngiphilani ngakhanza ukuthi bambalwa ngako nasithi ababe khona kungevakala kabi lebe sitama kukusho sithi lapha eMantshonga kulomudi la sekukhona vele labahlala khona full time labayinakane yethu ukhona lo tsithi utabalayisha lapha eMantshonga utawa nekhumbi yakhe kusasa abathathe abangenise ababeke lapha ku VIP badle uthi abangaphekelwa le namhla sebabuye nabo abathathe out lwekunene nasimbuta athi imbangela yini uthi dlamini nami ngikhule kabuhlungu umkhulu swasalukati ngako ke nami ngisafuna ukuthatha laba so lokho specifically nje ngilaba lesinabo lengakini kaDokolwako so labo bane special arrangement batawuta athi kusasa ngeke ibreakfast bayidlele eMantshonga ngeke ilunch bayidlele futhi uze washo wathi ucela sibosele sibinzi badlele nyama le bakazange sebayidle sikubonga nje kuleyo good Samaritan lona uthi cha mina ngoba ngisebenza ndoda ebuNkulunkulu angifuni kwatiwa utangati wena nawe ngakutshela manje angifuni kumemetela ungazi ukuthi sengendela ukhulwini lilanga linye labantu abadzala badzinga kunakwa 365 emalanga ngeminyaka but lona uthi cha kuleli bekunene asengimphumude philane seyibanjwe ngimlenza.
Yeah kunjalo. Sesibeka kulomcimbi nje Nkosi ingabe vele mhlambe amagate avulwa ngabani service base sifike ngabani isikhathi ngiyakholela ukuthi kutaba netikhulumi letimcoka etitabe khona kulomsebenzi ingabe vele mhlambe itikhathi lekumele sifike ngaso sithini.
Umsebenzi lo njena udzinga ukuthi babe khona labadzala even basibusisele wona siyayisicele ke lo mangceveza usinikile liphini landvunankulu ukuthi ngilo lelitawu beka inkulumo ngako ke silungisela ukuthi emagate akavulwe ngabo 7 nangabe nje uyadata ukuthi uyawuthengisa noma uyawekuzibitha sheshe ufike kulukhulu lokuthi sebabekile abantu bakaneksilo la ngikhana ufuna kwenca nekuthi ke from 6 to 7:30 dingangena imoto tilethe lokho after that semagate avuliwe abantu bangena amathikiti athengiswa ngikole ngithi ngikugcizelele ukuthi hambe futhi noma ke ePeter Club uthengele lethikiti lakho nasu naleli thikiti awumi naselayinini utawuvele nje ungene straight ba check ukuthi ngilo yini uhambe uyotingenele groundini ucala utilungiselele so from 7 kutawuthi ke ngalothi ufuna kube nale official commissioning ngoba sisekuwo lomkhankaso tsatsethwe ukuthi le attempt to the Guinness Book of Records tagcina siyitholile ukuthi maswati abuye osele kusita abantu labadzala so ke lo mcebendo sithi bheke ukuthi ama diplomats nalona lo uthunywe ngilabadzala 11 tawufika nga9 bese kuthi la ku 9:30 sesibake nale official opening lo shothi sekungilapha stage kuyabantu labadzala kuyavulwa ngabo 11:30 sesisethe sonke sithi ke twe asisoseni ke kanye bekunene sibone ukuthi kuyasehlula yini emva kwaloko sicele labo labatalwa mhla ka22 July labanye 21 labanye 23 kukhona inkampani Village Bakery siphele kheke lelikhulukati yathi ke stawuthi ke nasisuka lapho sesibeka kulomcimbi wa happy birthday wawonke umuntu sithi sibahalalise ngoba empeleni le holiday vele kwakuyi birthday yenkosi Sobhuza so lilanga le birthday ngako ke buya nawe sikwendela ibirthday yakho then ke sengile midlalo lehlukahlukene etsatshewethu nje bashido silonyaka kune fashion show sebefikile lama designers and the modelers from about 7 countries nalabakithi so we will then have that opportunity ngicabanga ukuthi nebe fashion indawo bemankolwe lengenhla kunesibhakela la kutabe kunemangoma nekhona we also have a VIP tent la khanza ukuthi kumbe yona ubhadala kakhulu kusho ukuthi sithola inkumbi yemali thina bakaphilani so akusho le VIP ukuthi yende lokumbe ukuthi udle ini kuyafanana ukuthi nje khona iningi lemali sithi sibambise so singanimema nesibani bayikhona there'll be another small stage some of the artists batabe bani entertainela khona but kuthi ngabo 4 kubuye ke icar spinning ngicabanga ngomdlalo eMaswati la uthanza kakhulu lo awuthatha le hour and a half kalama fishane tsatewethu kude longeke ukuthole siyakhuthata lokuthi bantu abasheshe befike
lebantwana nabo nkosi
bantwana yes now nemntwana lona 9 kuya phansi akabhadala ungena mahala so ungamthengela itikiti ngoba usetha kujulukisa lengekhathi meaning lemidlalo ebantwana ufuna sheleni lapho ufuna lowa so bantwana bethe ubabeke enzaweni yabo sitakunakela bona uhambe udijabulise nase kusikhathi sekuhamba uhambe neparking empeleni iparking ikhona nakhona sicelelo sikude sikupakele kahle imoto yakho utawuthola sticker singithwende emalangeni bangasibulali bakangwane lo 20 emalangeni naye solongizuka loya lesikhwameni but ke ikhona le parking ethi na usufike kucala at least uyashort ukuthi imoto yakho itawupaka la ngekhathi ipake kahle siyakhuthata nalokuthi umuntu asheshe efike nekuthi ke nani ngakhona thi nani babili nisuka ndzawonye nihambe ngayinye ngoba igcina na iparking seyinkinga thathe wethu ka otherwise inyama ngeke uzuyicethe laba baka Shamrock laba soselako basithembisile thi inyama letawufika fresh kusasa lo sho nje namba uthengela itikiti fika wena sitafike sikunike thina iprice stand yakho hamba ubasele inyama yaka nokusho bathithe noma kungasa soloko siwa itabe solo ikhona.
Okay. So tunzenza ba Guinness World Book of Records so eating the attempt yeah this year.
Well the attempt ithi ngoba kule mnyaka solo sosa sikanye kanye ukuthi batagcina banothisile nabo ukuthi kunebantu labahlanganako and I'm sure will be over 1,000 again awubuka le nombolo tematikiti lathengisiwe already sesengcile sesiyofika bo 2,000 lokuthi siphe kuhlangana sose slide kanye I think kutawugcina kuba attractile nabo ukuthi there's something special ngalabantu ukuthi we come together we buy meat regardless ukuthi bani kuyiphi class ungubani usigaba bani and yonke lama proceeds ayosita abantu labahluphekile and this time we'll try ukuthi nalabo gogo mbamba babe khona nabo babonakale boso that is the attempt siyababhalela baka Guinness nasicetha sibathumele nale kuthombe sinale liqiniso sibatagcina basinothisile kuba agcineke nathi sebasifaka kuma records ngoba akusinto lelula kungena ku Guinness Book of Records unless wena into lembi nawe into lenhle kukhulu ngoba wonke umuntu uzama kwenda kona we're not the only one doing the biggest prize emhlabeni wonke but we are sure ukuthi lokwethu kunale understanding ukuthi it's for charity kulabanye ukhanza ukuthi it's a company of some sort noma i-organization lakithi is strictly for charity so we are making that attempt and ngacela eMaswatini ukuthi buyane let us be part of this history ukuthi we come together for the sake of umuntu lohluphekile naloswele.
Okay. So ngifuna ukubuta nkosi ema health services ukuthi abakhona because usho ukuthi there's different stalls ngibonele nje ukuthi banikelele ambulance ingabe vele mhlambe tabakhona elusito lwetempilo because nokuthi abanye mhlambe batawufuna ukutestele covid batawufuna kwenda lokwana lokwa tabakhona le stall.
Sibonge nje kakhulu uhulumende ukuthi a relax lama covid regulations singasho lokuthi sekude bekuyinkinga sibonga abanegigi bantu ukuthi abafake ama mask abende njani but in terms of health the Minister of Health is coming on board and batabe balapha lofuna ukutesta mahala iCovid yini they are providing a medical facility and we've also arranged ne RFM ukuthi nangabe sekunesidingo sekuevacuate sikumbe sento letsinga dokotela bawelele ngesheya we have 2 ambulances privately owned but 011 na 009 ngeMaswati lawa lathi their emergency ambulances will be there but ngekuthi ngomsebenzi lona nkulunkulu tsatewethu the past 4 years asikake sibe nesidingo lesingaka ukuthi kukhona umonakalo lomkhulu so siyathandaza nekuthi labayako bataya nalomoya wekuthi yathi siyobambisa siyosita ngoba labantu labadzala nje bangisho ukuthi abatiwa kuthi bakuphi bagcwele lonke lelive labanye isikhathi sebalele phansi so ngiloko ukuthi we don't anticipate tingoti nale nyama ke ngosithi ungedi nenyama ithengele ngekhathi lezathu timbili tsatewethu nayithi ithengele ngekhathi we can guarantee the quality because le nyama lo idlela it's from a reputable and a tested individual. And two, phela naso uyithenga la kizivele nabo laba base licathele lithengwa kokhona lokuncane lestakufaka esikhwameni sakaphilani. So ngiloko lesisho ukuthi idlanlele ngekhathi. Beside that, kunalabo make vele labasiphekela lonke malanga the street vendors. We have checked ba license bonke singakhuthata lokho ukuthi ungabuyi ungakamsekeli imake lo wendishisa nyama. Ungabuyi ungakambambisi lo somabhizinisi lomncane because that is the spirit again ukuthi naye ukhiphe bozuka ukanexile noma ke zonke kuthenga hamba ubuke nje ubuke kungathi uyayithanza lento at least kusiyakhuthatana so we have all those things and the big companies that are exhibiting there bakhona nje labanye labefikile bemaswati nithanza kuba muhle base ufika lapha ukhethe iperfume lo ifunako neligama lakho bakudesignele bakwakhele so you go with your own personalized perfume they'll be there ngemaswati ataba kwenda lokho nalokunye lokuningi tsatewethu but more than anything else I think aim yethu ukuthi asistimulate nasile economy ngiko umuntu angalithatha lethuba ababonge baka APA besithi ngisipha katsela kusiboleka lendzawo ukuthi asisebende namasipala wakamanzini abuye naye asibambise I believe emaswati atawusitakala I believe nekuthi nekujabula abathajabulisa and I believe ekugcineni lo mgomo wethu wekuyobambisa labantu labatsala nathi sitake silale nebuthongo
Kokugcina nje Nkosi mhlambe sesibuka donate kuphepha ukuthi ngabe vele mhlambe maswati atabe yaphepha kanganani nje kusasa ngisathi lokho ukuthi mhlambe labanye nasebajabule kakhulu bese kuba khona lokho ku misbehavior ingabe vele mhlambe kuphepha donate igcinise kanganani
sibambisene ne-paper both emaphoyisa and the private securities umuntu angacela lokuthi nawe uyanalo moya wekuthi uyotijabulisa ngiboni lokho udaba nenkinga imoto yakho sitakubekela kahle nawe mina ngeke ngithi nangabe sowudle kakhulu ngoba tshwala butabe bukhona and sicelela ukuthi lo tshwala abube buningi futhi bushiphe lengekhathi abantu bangabe lokubaphuma thengisha into yami endlini akunatheke nje khona lapha meke ngizinase bukungenile kunjani uthathe lesikhiya usijike lapha emeneni so that utaba betele inkinga yekubonakala sokushayela ngoba nase ujabule kakhulu bese ukhumbula nalo sele ngephandle kuthatha imlanzi otherwise bete kuphepha basithembisile lokuthi batabe bakhona basibambisile again in the past 4 instances emaphoyisa nebantu i-biggest bribe inalo mlando kuyabanjiswana kuhlonishwane ku understand lokuthi sitenge sihle asiketi kumbe ukuthi sitokhombisa ukuthi mina ngineludlame mina ngibani nalapha nakosiwa kulayidwa imililo leminingi kangaka uyawusaba usikepha uthi akutuvutha lo muntu webantu khanza ukuthi sibambisana kahle nebakafaya babakhona but nje umuntu angacela lokuthi nase wosile thatha lamalahle uwafake lapha ekhathe emgcomeni ikhona imigcoma lesiyibekile nekuthi nase ucedzile bakhona bakamasipala nalenye inkampani lesibuthela tibeke emgcomeni sitofika sikuthathela utohlala ujabulile esikhathi ngoba na utawulahla nje phansi akusasekuhle netindlu kusithela sinawo lama facilities the flushing toilet so ucela lokuthi yathi nase sibaningi akumane kubanjiswane silekelelane at the end of the day uNkulunkulu usithumela ukuthi asinake nababantu labatsala so umbuzo uthi ngesikhathi thina sisita lomdzala bosungasasibambisa ingani wena kaniphela sesinawe lapha ngekhathi so I think that should be the spirit tsatewethu nekucela emaswatini ukuthi abasibambise we're expecting a lot of visitors from outside laba confirmile abakhanze nabo kuneliphunga lelihle ekhaya emsebenzini lo njengalo
Nkosi sibonga kakhulu Nkosi siyathemba ukuthi umsebenzi utawuhamba kahle njengoba utawuqala nje kusasa emakete ayavulwa ngesimbi 7 ekuseni kanti mathikithi solo ayatholakala khona ifuthise kanye nakhona emahhovisini akaphilani Maswati asibahlete emakete sithabe sistovala lihlelo
Pay your TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007*3# and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Are they yours?
Ngabukela ke washa umkhukhu every Sunday at 3 p.m.
I do the most.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni per month. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Minutes before 8 o'clock siwakhulu masala mahle ukuthi nibe nathi lo mhla ekseni sicela khulumisana naye lapha chairperson wayenhlangano iPhilani Maswati lothi konke sekume ngemumo for umcimbi lomkhulu wakusasa wekosa inyama iBiggest Prime kwabane sesema nje ukuthi litulu ngeke kube ngilelo lelikabi ngoba betangoma tetulu bathi senekwendeka lini kodwa nje asetheme ukuthi batawo enjoy.
Sembe sinemaswati athatha iphasa kahle bongo sekuyababhlungu ukuthi silahlekelwe maswati ngithi ngodi temgwaqo bahambe bantu bathola labo super driver laba lokubonakala singaze sibathanzana lokunasa yeah ngoba chaza kona nje umntana singabantu ahlele isikhaphe mina
yeah
bathi ngiva lo sinyalo basi sebakhona bami labo super driver
bakhona vele yes ngamani uthole lapho laba ucela nje umngane wakho omunye ukuthi mngane ngicosishayelele kusasa yeah konke lokho kuyasebenza so akhulwa satla wahle sanibona kusasa nibe nesuku loluhle.
Hello, welcome to Life Clinic, your weekly dose of health and wellness from the BBC. I am Millicent Akeo. This week, we dive into matters mental health, an issue described as the silent epidemic. It is estimated that nearly 1 out of 7 people globally have a mental or substance use disorder. We have all the details on what you need to know about mental health from different corners of Africa. Let's get started.
On this week's episode of Life Clinic, when the police need help,
it brings in the challenge of superhero appearing helpless.
Why are so many Kenyan law enforcement officers taking their own lives? No more bars and chains. The Ivorian village where the mentally challenged roam freely. And
step in.
Balancing the body, mind, and soul without breaking a sweat. Just how effective is this exercise?
Since the start of the year, there have been dozens of cases of police suicides within the Kenyan police force, with at least one case per month. Earlier this year, officials announced nearly 2,000 police officers have been found unfit to serve due to issues with their mental health. New measures are now being implemented across the country to help prevent these incidences. The BBC's Dayo Yusuf has been speaking to a woman who lost her partner earlier this year.
Immaculate is fighting hard to patch up her life. She is only 32 years old and already a widow, left to fend for her children by herself. 4 months ago, her husband took his own life.
I don't know where to begin or where to end. I have nothing left to do. Since it happened, I don't have anyone to hold on to. He was my everything. I depended on him solely. Anything I did, he supported me through it.
Her husband, Jacob, was a policeman, trained for years, and up until his death, he was posted at the main station in Mombasa, coast of Kenya. But now, Immaculate is left with memories of him. Every now and then, she flips through his pictures, looking for the slightest clue why he did what he did.
At times, he did talk to me and said he felt things were tight at work. There was no time to rest. He felt as if he had no chance for himself. It was work, work, work.
In the past few years, there have been report after report of police killings, this time turning on themselves. Cases of murder and suicide and domestic violence dominating the news in Kenya. In the past 3 years, reports show that at least 500 killings occurred in the country that were related to the police. Not all these killings involved police killing themselves or their family members. According to the Independent Police Oversight Authority in Kenya, at least 57 officers took their own lives between the years 2016 to 2020. In addition, another 65 officers killed other people, mostly close relations like spouses and family members, as well as colleagues and friends during the same period. The Oversight Authority says the leading factor attributed to murders and suicide among the police is psychological stress, which usually leads to poor mental health. Most of the times, these mental issues are unaddressed or subjected to ridicule, causing stigma. This is attributed to exposure to gruesome working environments, including dealing with defilement cases, decapitated bodies, and gruesome murders. Others are long working hours, alcohol and drug abuse, unfair deployments and transfers, poor handling of disciplinary procedures, and prolonged absence from their families. The other reason was listed as easy access to firearms and sometimes lack of proper accountability to weaponry. According to the head of the National Police Service, following a nationwide medical examination, nearly 2,000 police officers were found to be unfit to serve due to their mental health. Over the last 4 years, Amnesty Kenya has been researching police mental health, and the findings were both shocking and saddening.
We noticed that almost every week there was a case of murder, suicide, or just suicide.
Amnesty Kenya recently published their report on police brutality, and Demas says this is partly